It's last day of 2021 and I'm on New England Highway right now, heading towards Nundle State Forest, where I'll be spending next 3 days hunting with my friends. Because it's summer, so there are snakes here as well. We don't want to camp on a place that has that tall grass. Okay, back to main track and let's go somewhere else. There is another place that I've seen on map which is around 7 kilometers from here. Let's see, I go there and search for that area for camp. I drove for more than 100 kilometers on different tracks within Nundle State Forest. So finally we found a camping spot, and it's not the best place, but at least we have found somewhere to spend the night. Campfire is going on. Also our tents. I am cooking barbecue for everyone. 9:15 in the morning, and I'm on a ridgeline, the highest most point in this forest and the farthest point in Nundle, and I have just shot a deer. Let that buck fever go away and then I start walking towards it. This game is becoming very challenging for me. It's a Red Bull and it's wounded. It's running away from me. It can't run fast, but it's trying to somehow. These trees, this black one in the middle, that dark one, that white one, I can't even see the slope. The slope is going straight down and it's way down. I mean, on one side there is safety concerns. On the other side, I have a concern that I have a wounded animal who is fighting for his life. I should be releasing him from that stress. I should be killing him completely and using its meat. I have to decide what to do. I can't compromise the safety. I can't be cruel enough to leave an animal dying with its wounds, God knows when. So I'm going back. My car, my friends in the camp are here. From here they are around, last time I saw they were around 6 kilometers. So from here they should be around 5 kilometers. I'm going all the way up. You see the top? I'm going all the way up. It's maybe 400 meters from here where I'm standing. That's around 300 meters from where I'm standing. So I'm going all the way up. This angle is around 45 degrees, is manageable. And I'll descend with the help of rope. Just take my rifle with me in case I find it in case I find it wounded. Maybe I shot in the guts, maybe I shot in the it could be shouldn't be the hind legs, because front half part of the deer was visible when I took a shot. It was visible from behind a very thick tree. But anyway, I will go back, take my rope with me. Will have to bring my 4x4 on top of that ridge or closer to that ridge, so that I could reduce that 6 kilometer walking. And we'll definitely try to find this one today. All day is dedicated for this deer. It's around 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. There's a thunderstorm expected, but I don't care about it. Whatever I'll do with care, and I will try to set an example for other hunters that you have to balance your ethical responsibilities and your safety of yourself as well. I have already put myself into a very awkward position. This angle that I thought should be 45 degree looks like more than that, because 45 degree angles I have climbed before and I can climb comfortably. On this angle, every step that I'm putting, I'm slipping. Even I'm trying to use my rifle as a trekking stick. I often do it. Whoever wants to attempt it, please empty your rifle, remove the bullets altogether. This one is empty right now. My bolt is locked so that I don't lose it. And I'm using it as a trekking stick. Never ever please use your rifle when it is loaded or when the bullets are in the mag. Please. I'm trying to climb this one, but every step that I'm putting, I'm slipping. My rate of ascent is very, very minimal. It's been too long last I spoke to you. Maybe I don't know how many minutes. I have come maybe 10 meters. Let's see. I have to get out of this situation first. Then I'll gauge the risk and we'll decide what to do. I'm getting some rest after every 5 to 10 steps because I have to dig a little hole with my rifle, but the terrain is wet and you can guess the angle. This is the angle that I'm climbing. The terrain is wet and my shoes are slipping. These are hunter's element proper hunting boots, but they are not meant for this kind of terrain and especially this type of angle. I failed to estimate the angle. It is definitely more than 45. I have seen angles up to 45. I have climbed those, descent those with ease. This one is giving me difficulty. I'm keeping all my weight to the front. I have slipped a few times. Luckily, I didn't go down the slope. Right now, what strategy I have adopted? I'm looking for these fallen trees. You see those fallen trees behind me? See? I'm looking for these fallen trees. There is one here, which I'm climbing with assistance of this. I'm using the fallen trees as handrail. On the other hand, I'm using my rifle as a trekking stick, and I'm climbing slowly and gradually. For this type of terrain, obviously, proper hiking or mountaineering boots would do the job with ease. But this type of slope, especially when the ground is wet, these are proper hunting boots, and I like those. They're good on hills, on wet surfaces, on gravel surfaces. If I have to hunt more like this, I should be shopping for a proper mountaineering boot, not the hunter's element. I don't blame the product. I like it, and I'm using it for 2 years. But they are not meant for this step. I'm holding this one with my hand so that I don't fall back. Camera never shows the slope. Never. But you can see where I'm heading. That's where I'm heading. And I have spotted these fallen trees, and one after another I have taken that line where these trees are lying on the ground, so that if I slip, I can grab onto the tree. I shot the deer 9:15. It's almost 11 o'clock, and I have come back to this track. That was the nearest track, and I'm sitting on my small chair that I carry in my bag. Many a times the soil is wet, the surface is wet, and there are some leeches in these state forests as well. So if you are mobile, walking all the time, there's more chance that animals see you. And to sit on the ground, to be silent in the forest, you always need something that you can. Some people take a tripod like stools, but I take this one. This one is a bit heavier, but I don't mind an extra weight. At least I sit with comfort. See how I'm sitting. You can't sit on these stools with that comfort. Anyway, enough talk. I have lost my Red Bull, and because the deer was very active, it might have gone further away from that creek. So I would be putting myself in danger, putting my health in risk, taking a big risk of getting an injury or getting stuck somewhere uh, when I'm not sure that the deer is there. If it was dead there, if I was able to get a shot on the deer, that would be a different case, because I knew that, okay, if I reach the creek, somehow if I descend with the help of a rope or something, if I reach the creek and walk along the creek, eventually I'll find the deer. But in this scenario, I do not know whether it would be still in the creek, died there, or it would have crossed that creek, went to another part of the forest. It's a tough decision, but it's my first red deer that I have taken a shot on. But I'm not going back there. I have weighed all the risks and benefits, and it would be too risky. The benefit would be very little as compared to the risk that I would be taking going back again into that difficult terrain, trying to go down that cliff like slope with the help of a rope when I don't know whether the deer will be there or not. So, anyway, it's a tough decision, but I have to make it. Another experience added to my profile, another tough hunt, another lost animal, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the hunting. I still have evening session to do, still have next morning waiting for me. I'm getting over this right now, the moment as I speak. I'm getting over it. I have gained enough energy. I have uh, I'm feeling enough energy to walk back around 4 kilometers back to my mates, have my lunch, rejuvenate, maybe have a couple of hours nap, get ready for evening session. The first drops of rain have already started. You can see the weather pattern developing over Nandal. Right now, that's the weather situation. It's around 2 p.m. and the thunderstorm was expected for 12 p.m. but now at 12 p.m. it was sunshine, but now a weather pattern is developing, and let's see how much it rains here. That's the clouds coming from that direction. From the other side, on the other side, the cloud is still clear. So yeah, but raindrops have already started, and I'm going to my tent for a little nap. My friends, as I come back from my bonding session, my friends are now out for trying for their luck. I have lowered the gazebos. It's good to have them lowered with low center of gravity and less space underneath. There is a less chance of them flying with wind. This one is secure on 2 points anyway, and this one is heavier, so it's not secure, but it's a heavier gazebo. So yeah, I'm just going to my tent now for maybe an hour's nap, and after that storm passes, I will prepare for my evening session. It's around 2 hours to sunset, and I'm again for my evening session on top of that same ridge, but this time I have ascended from a different location because of the wind direction is entirely opposite to morning. So I'm again on top of the ridge and it's a comparatively flat area. There was a difficult hike, but from where I climbed up was not very steep. That steep area is further around 2 kilometers away from here, where I lost my deer in the morning. Anyway, I'm walking towards that direction on top of the ridge. Let's see if I can find something. I have found some kangaroos grazing in the out on the slopes. I hope that deer will be out as well. And that's how another day's hunt has come to an end. I didn't find anything in the evening, no movement seen, but good thing is that I've heard 3 to 4 gunshots from different parts of the forest, which means that people are taking the deer. Those gunshots were all after sunset, within the next half an hour after sunset, which is a very good sign. For evening, I didn't walk all that 6 kilometers. I took my vehicle, parked here at a convenient place, and walked just 2 kilometers from here. I'm back now. I'll put my rifle in the car and just go to the campsite. I was very exhausted yesterday, so this morning I woke up a bit late. I didn't do early morning session because of my yesterday's experience. I left early morning, in fact 2 hours before sunlight. I left the site with my mates and we went to our dedicated spots, but I saw the animal at 9:15. So right now I'm preparing for my breakfast, but because I saw the animal, I saw the deer at 9:15. In the morning there was no movement, no voice, nothing. So today I plan to go at exact time. It's around 7:15 right now. I'll do the breakfast and leave, and we'll spend this part of the day from 8 o'clock all the way to 11 o'clock. This part of the day I'll spend on the top ridges. Let's see what I find. It's 12:30 in the afternoon, and I'm just returning back to my camp from my hunting spot. It will take me around 15 minutes to reach. And this morning I did a session from 9 o'clock till 12:30 because I didn't want to do early morning session. I was very tired, and my yesterday's experience was that I saw the deer at 9:15. And to some extent my decision for today was good. I'm satisfied with my decision because I heard gunshots, a couple of gunshots after 10 o'clock, and from an area that is popular for having deer. I was close by, and which is a good sign. So I was unlucky. I didn't find anyone, any deer in the morning today. But somebody at least hunted a deer. I hope that's a deer. This is not a time when pigs or foxes, they just roam around. But on the top ridges, you can find deer even at this time. So I'm not a fond of restricting hunting time, early morning or late evening. I have seen deer during every hour, whether it's morning, it's mid-morning, it's late morning, afternoon, late afternoon, in the evening. I have seen deer. So obviously forest is their home, so they just live here. I'm sweating a lot because I did a very long walk. I covered a few kilometers searching for deer, and then I marched back to my vehicle at a higher pace. So yeah, it's very sunny, hot and humid today. But yeah, with this deer that I lost yesterday, I thought about not to upload this video because I just didn't want to hurt people or get a backlash for myself for not attempting enough to recover that deer. But I think that I've done some brainstorming this morning when I was hunting. I think that I have done everything right. It was just my bad luck. That deer was just my bad luck that I could not, because I spotted it, like the deer spotted me when it was around 100 meters away. Then it quartered away and started to get rid of me, like run away from me. I had a very small window when its front half of its body, its front shoulders became visible from behind a thick log. I took a shot when it was more than 200 meters away, and I reloaded my rifle, observed it through my scope for next 10 to 15 seconds till it stopped moving. And even then, after that, I took 2 to 3 minutes to make that short clip that I uploaded, and then I started moving towards it. My rifle was loaded, but I think that when I was in the ditch, I was not having a clear view of those bush where the deer was lying, because I had to cover like more than 200 meters. So at that moment it moved, and then rest of the story, it went down slope, and the distance between me and the deer kept growing and growing till I last saw it in the creek bed around 250 meters away from me, and at that time it was very active. So and then I lost the sight when I tried to go down from a different spot, because to avoid that cliff. As soon as I took my eye off the deer, I was not able to locate the place where I saw the deer. So I just wandered around. I went halfway down the slope with an intent to go down in the creek and have a look there, but I could not. It was very difficult terrain, and I put myself in a very, very difficult situation. Luckily, I came out of that situation harmless, but within keeping myself safe during hunting and keeping myself safe, I did whatever I could do to recover that. It's just my bad luck that the deer took a shot and it ran towards very steep slope, and I could not catch up with the deer, and I lost it. I completely lost the sight of the deer, and could not identify the part of the creek where it was when I last saw it. So even if I just put myself in danger, go down the creek, there is no track, by the way, in this area. Only a couple of fire trails, and they are on the ridge. There is no fire trail or track that could lead me towards that creek. I have to go through that cliff-like slope. But anyway, it's bad luck, and what I can say, it's just pure bad luck. I hope that next time, what I've learned from this hunt is that for these big-sized animals, even if they are not moving, from now on I would advocate for taking a second shot, because usually it's not the practice. When we shoot the animal, we wait for it. If it stands up or if it moves a lot, we know that okay, it can stand up anytime. But if it, after moving for 10 to 15 seconds, if it stops moving at all, you observe it for next 2 minutes, it does not move, you assume that it's dead. You get ready for a shot, but your assumption is that it's gone now. So you don't take a second shot. You don't want to ruin the meat. That was my thought as well. I asked myself a question: should I take a second shot or not? And I thought no, because it's not moving. So there is no point taking a second shot without any reason. But from now on, for these bigger animals, especially the red, I would take a second shot. If I drop a buck, I'm going to take a second shot straight away, because they are tough animals. They can stand up anytime and they can run away. And if they run away towards a difficult terrain, then you got yourself into a similar situation as mine. All right, guys, enough. It's a video. This video is already very long. I have talked a lot, but yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed. I learned a lot in this hunting trip, and this experience is going to be with me for the rest of my life. All right, guys, thank you very much. Take care. The rain didn't stop all night, and I'm just stuck here today in this state forest in peak deer hunting season. This happened to my gazebo. I was in the tent. Okay, so all the plan is ruined. Morning hunting plan. Let's see, I'm still determined. I entered this forest around 22 hours ago, and out of those 22 hours, around 20 hours I have spent in my tent because the rain didn't stop. It's still around 3 hours to sunset. So if within next hour it clears up, then I'll head for my evening session. If it starts to rain again, if more clouds come from that direction, then I will just spend one more night in the rain, hoping that by tomorrow the weather will be good. So last year on 1st of January, I lost a red stag in Nandal, and I'm finding myself in the same situation after 1.5 years, almost 1.5 years, that I've shot a big one with big antlers, and it has run towards the cliff. I'm just thinking what to do. I'm far away from my camp. The wind has picked up and clouds are there as well, so I don't know what to do. Let me decide. Should I go back, come in the morning if there is sunlight? It's 4 o'clock in the morning and there is very less wind, and I can see some stars in the sky. So the clouds have gone, the wind is stopped, and now I have clear sky over this forest. It's a huge area. In the scrub, I've just moved the brush with my rifle butt, searched here and there, walked from north to south, south to north, keeping 10 meters distance apart every time. All that area, it's very thick, as you can see. It's very tall brush, very thick underneath. I don't know where it went. It went behind this bush, went behind this bush, and didn't come out of this bush here. So that's my starting point. From there I'm going to left, right, straight. Maybe it turned and it went towards the creek. Maybe it went ahead. I could not see him behind this bush. So that huge area I have searched, but I haven't found a trace of it. It was raining, the ground was wet. I don't have any blood marks as well. I lost a red stag last year as well, and this year, after doing a lot of effort, after spending 18 consecutive hours in my tent in pouring rain, anyway, we should be thankful to Almighty, whatever He gives us, whatever He does not, and whatever He takes back after giving us. We should be praising Almighty in any circumstances. Anyway, guys, that's me signing out from this Nundal, oh sorry, Maragal State Forest. See you guys later.